All right, you guys, we are all set to do session number 3, where I am painting live and explaining as I go. And I just want to have a word with you guys about this. Now, I get a lot of comments on my palette saying, ooh, it's a mess. But this is a rich source of darks right here and right here, and I like that it's dry because I can go in with a moist brush and get a lot of paint saturation up into the moist brush, and I can have a lot more control over how much paint is in my brush. So I like my palette this way, and it does look like a mess, but it works great. As you can see, I don't have muddy colors where I don't want muddy colors. And especially when I'm painting faces, I will clean this off or just use a whole nother palette that's clean if I'm painting skin tones that have to be absolutely luminous or some other situation like that. So there are times when I have to clean up the palette for artistic reasons, but usually I actually like these bits of watercolor paint on my palette. And a professional watercolor artist that I was learning from once said that he uses these as a source of his grays in his paintings. Just whatever is there, he uses as his grays, and sometimes I do that too. So this is a lot of paint. I mean, this can get me through a painting. You really don't need a lot of paint to create watercolor paintings. So just keep that in mind when you're managing your palette, and you may not like to manage your palette that way, but a lot of times I do. I'm going to continue this painting. I think what I'm going to work on while I'm fresh is this eye. It's kind of bugging me. It needs to be refined, but I think that I'm coming along really well with this painting, and I would say it's about 80% done. I still have masking. You might not be able to see it, but I do still have masking on there. See those little dots? I flicked masking on it in the very beginning to create some dots of texture once I get everything else painted in, and I can just leave those on till almost the last minute. At the very beginning of the painting, as you guys may remember, I masked this entire white horse and most of the foal before I created this background. And you guys have probably seen the video that I posted on YouTube that is pretty, it's pretty good about covering every single thing that I did when creating this background. So you can watch that video on my YouTube channel to see how I did the background. It describes pretty much in depth what I did. And so last time I tried to upload a video for you guys that was 40 minutes long, it took me 2 days to upload. So that's probably not going to work. So I guess these videos will have to be a little shorter, but that's okay. I think it might be more digestible in shorter units of time anyway. So I just want to make this as useful to you guys as possible. And you guys are always welcome to give me feedback. The feedback I have received, though, is people would like longer, more in-depth tutorials. And I guess I'm the kind of personality where I just can't sit still that long when I'm learning from somebody. I just have to teach myself. But if that works for you guys, I am more than happy to make these long, in-depth tutorials, and we'll just go step by step. Another piece of housekeeping that I want you guys to be aware of is on my Facebook page. I have posted the beginning of the photo contest, you guys. So I'm asking for people to submit their photos for us to paint. Now, of course, you are welcome to submit pictures to the photo contest as well. And I will pick the top 5 images that I think we should vote on. And thinking about showing you guys all the pictures and then you guys helping me decide on the 5 finalists for the final public voting. So I don't know, because this is for you guys. So we can do that if you want. We could vote on images that are sent in by the public for us to paint. So if you haven't done that yet, head on over to my Facebook page. Depending on when, of course, I can get this video uploaded. You can go and submit pictures to the photo contest. I did put a post on Patreon already, so you're welcome to always add your own photos to the photo contest, of course, because this is ultimately all about you and your watercolor learning. So I would love for you guys to participate in the photo contest as well if you have pictures that you want to paint. This month is going to be landscape. So, all right, so what I'm doing right now is I'm getting my rigger, my Simply Simmons size 0 liner, loaded up with burnt sienna and ultramarine blue paint, because I'm going to work on refining this eye. And I'm going to get my picture loaded up onto my computer so I can see what the heck I'm doing. And I just want to refine this eye a little bit more. My eyes are going, I don't know. I don't know about my vision, y'all. It's not what it was even like 6 months ago. So don't know what's going on with my vision, but it's not working very well. So it's very hard for me to paint these little eyes. Probably is for you guys too. We all have the same vision issues. I am wearing my glasses, but it's really hard to see sometimes. Okay, that eye is looking better now. Let me see if I can zoom it in so you guys can really see it. Get some more light on it. I'll probably go in with some dry brush now, and just, even with this liner, and just use some clear water and scrub and soften this one big fat line right here. Once that dries. But that is a very sensitive little area. And now I'm just going to go around the painting and just start refining little details. Look at my original reference photo as I go, and just put in the little, almost like jewelry type additions that just kind of bring the whole painting alive. Later in the painting, what I'll do in this area is go with a little scrubber along this white edge and soften the line, the edge between her hindquarters and the tail, just to soften that up, because it's kind of a really hard edge right now. And that really brings a painting together at the end, I've found, to go in at the very end and just refine those edges, that, especially the very light edges that are against dark areas like this. I've already done this in this area. That's a very important part of the painting to me, to refine it and get it really soft and painterly looking. Just putting a few little wisps in her mane. This is getting very close to the stage where I actually like to email the owner of the painting, or the owner of, the customer, and ask them if I'm going in the right directions, if there's anything that really stands out to them that needs to be adjusting. And there usually is something that they like for me to do a little something with. And that's fine. I want to get this as close to what they want as possible. They are paying me. It's different when I'm painting for myself or for you guys. I can have a little bit more freedom, but if someone's paying me for this painting, then I'm going to paint it for them. The technique that I've recently been using a lot of is I'll paint a line like this, and then I'll just go in and go pat, 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 and it just softens the line up just a little bit, enough to really soften it nicely. I'm doing a lot of looking at the reference photo at this point and just seeing if anything stands out to me as needing adjusting. Put a little definition around the edge of this foal's legs. Someone sent me some really nice pictures for our photo contest already. Beautiful pictures from Europe that they took on a vacation. So I can't wait to show you guys some of these pictures that we have to choose from. I don't know. I feel like I need to let this think. And I'm going to take a picture of it at this point and see if she wants anything added. I'm just looking. Maybe. Put a little more definition in this little area. I know I just started painting, but I think at this point I want to ask the owner of the image what they think. So I'm going to do that, and I've been on here for 13 minutes, so that's a good little update for you guys. And if you haven't already seen, I've got 2 other videos up of this. One is like 40 minutes long, the other one's 30 minutes long. This one's only 13 minutes long, so I think that's a good place to stop for now, and I'm going to work on some other videos of other paintings, and you guys will be seeing those coming up too. So I'm going to shut down this video for now.